Hi, welcome. Welcome to the segment of Venus Dreaming Divine. I can't even speak today, my goodness, Gemini. This is a video for Gemini, and it is a segment called Venus Dream Divining. And so within this hour, I'm going to be taking some time to do a reading for the general audience here. So this is a general reading, and it's going to mainly concern love. I was picking up some energies before I started the video about love during this Pluto transit happening this evening on October 4th. I'm trying to get all the signs in. I started yesterday, and I thought I would do yours today. I'm feeling a lot of turmoil within your love relationships, Gemini, and obviously being the sign that you are, the energy of love within the tarot, your main energy is dealing with soulmate loves. I feel for the most part you're going through a bunch of work in that area. Some cards fell out, but I'm not really sensing that like it's what is pertaining most pressing to you at this time. It's part of what you're dealing with. You may want to watch the previous energy concerning Aries. I'm not exactly sure what your placement is in your planetary alignment. Your first sign may be Gemini. You may have your moon or Venus. Probably I'm sensing Venus in Aries, so you might want to listen to the Aries video as well to get additional information concerning certain areas. And they had a pretty good read, so tumultuous, but yet at the end of the day very positive. So I feel like it's similar energy maybe that some of you are dealing with in this room. So we're going to work a little further. You may also be dealing with an Aries partner, so that may be another reason why you might want to watch that. So I am sensing these cards there. So you may be dreaming of things in, you may be having numbers. I'm sensing like dreaming of numbers coming to you, Gemini. And maybe like old phone numbers where you used to live as a child for some strange reason. I feel like that's important. It's childhood memories. I'm also sensing that someone in and around you may be very ill, and you may be having a lot of, I'm going to say ravens, not crows, ravens around you trying to bring you messages through dreams as well about your love life, concerning your love life, and a protection of a child. I feel like there's some strategy games going on in and around your life for some of you with a child that you're trying to protect, Gemini. Pardon me. I feel like there are also maybe some of you, Gemini, I'm going to pick up quickly, that are dealing with a health issue that you're overcoming. And I actually believe it may have to do with your sexual health as well as your other health. That it seems to have gotten you may be dealing with a very serious health issue, Gemini. I'm picking up a group who have like chronic illnesses. But there is help. I feel like there's help coming for you within that area. Also, with the Raven, they are bringing you messages of people passing. And I feel like some of you may be readers yourself watching this, and you are aware that somebody around you is going to pass. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I just feel like it has something to do with that energy. Another thing I'm picking up is this energy has to do with a cycle of your life ending, that a toxic relationship that was not good for you but still affects you because you have children together. So that's something else that I'm seeing, and I'm seeing the other partner being very, very sneaky, to tell you the truth. So watch yourself there, Gemini, on that. I feel like you're very open with most things, but maybe some discernment is to be had in this area right now, especially in the next till Christmas time, I'm sensing. I'm also sensing you may go back to school. Some of you are thinking about contemplating going back to school. It's time. It's a good time to be doing it. And so considering that, or you've just started going back to school. And so you may have some difficulty in this area because it's been a while. I'm sensing most people who are Geminis going back to school, it's been a while since you, who are watching this anyways, it's been a while since you've been back to school. It's going to better your life, so don't think it's a waste of time. So just do it and stick with the drudgery of it, Gemini, because I feel like you can easily just forget that. I'm like, oh, forget it, I'm out of here, I don't want to do this right now. But stop doing that at this time. You're going to have more discipline. And I am seeing that you may have dreams. You actually maybe have like cut your hair, or decided to not cut your hair, and I feel like that's a good idea to not do it, but maybe, you know, styling's fine, whatever, but I feel like don't change your looks too drastically right now. You may not like the end result is what I'm seeing. So it's about self-care more. So what like rather than trying to change something outwardly, look at what you can change, what you have. And I feel like you've been doing this for a while now, but you know, think about where that gets you. It gets you much further in life when you're able to spend your energy where it's necessary. So some of the things I'm feeling is like you're dreaming about being able to look after yourself a little bit better, and it's not happening. You're not able to do that completely. But at the same time, I'm sensing that new love is coming in here, and you're wanting to change for this energy coming in, soulmate energy coming in is what I'm sensing. There seems to also be some history with this person. You may have, this may be a person you've been with before and you thought the relationship was completely over. This also is an energy of the raven that I'm picking up. So I'm going to pull out a couple of cards for you, Gemini, about relationships with you and the other person, what you're dealing with. I'm sensing a couple of different scenarios going on. I'm sensing that you're seeing through the veil of some illusions, that you have been fed some lies by a previous partner. When I was talking about that, you have the one that you have children with. Much things that you're seeing through the luck is changing on your side. It seems like you have been left out in the cold. I feel that you have not had, but you're seeing through the illusion of that, and you're actually going back to school. You're taking some accountability here for some of the actions that you've done, but also you're not giving away your power, and you're also understanding that you have had much power within this to change this all along. It's like, I feel like Dorothy with the red shoes, you know, you've had the power in you all along to change it. You just didn't recognize it, and now you're recognizing it for real. And I am sensing that there is some melancholy energy about this. I am sensing also there's been serious betrayal. I feel like someone you may have looked up to as receiving what you feel you should have. But I'm going to tell you, it's like a saving grace that this other person has what you have, because what's coming for you is much greater. You have greater potential than what you have. So this relationship is completely dead, and you're seeing through the veils of the illusion, and you have true soulmate energy coming towards you. I'm definitely sensing soulmate, not divine union, but it may be past, may feel like you may have had past life with this person. So I'm definitely sensing that, Geminis. Yeah, I feel like someone's going to be moving towards you, Geminis. It's the energy of what you've always wanted, and you're going to get the person that you want. I feel like you have some choices, although you might look at it as everybody has more choices than you, but I feel like you're the one with the actual choices. You've kind of talked yourself into believing that. This, I actually feel like the other person that you were with has real toxic energy towards you, and so when they're trying to belittle you and make you feel less than, and I feel like they're trying to gloat in front of you about what they have, and that sort of low vibrational energy. They want to live their life. They're saying they're not doing that, but they're so doing that. And you see through it. You see what they're doing, Gemini. You see it. clearly, and you're really ready to leave that behind now. Work with, you know, what you have to, but sensing that you need to move on in a different direction and a new format. And when you do that and you leave it and you work through those issues, you master it. You work through bettering yourself, schooling. I feel it could be some of you could be on a spiritual like journey about learning, maybe learning more about learning. Some of you have been on the journey for a while. I feel like some of you are actual readers yourself, very psychic yourself. Also, I'm sensing some of you may have had, like, you're seeing things out of the corner of your eye, more so than you ever would have in the past, and you're sensing family karmic connections and healing and wanting to heal those things, but not really quite understanding what to do. I'm sensing to pull out the dream cards, further dream cards here. And so we're going to delve into why some of this energy is happening. I feel like there's some karmic energy to clean up with a past relationship and a past like a betrayal within that relationship. I feel like, you know, I'm sort of sensing, Gemini, that this is about a person that you've been with before that has been gossiping about you. They've been close to you at one time, like a friend, and now they're gossiping about you with your ex-partner. And so that's really horrible. I'm sorry that you're going through that. But you know what? Trickster. They're doing it because they feel less than, to tell you the truth. They know where you're at, and you're not on that level, and you've raised past that vibration. So I feel like you really actually wish them well. Pardon me for coughing, but asthma, you know. I feel like, you know, you've moved past it and you're moving on to a greater, yeah, oh yeah. Look at this. You know what? I swear to God, some of you have shoes like this. I feel like I see that you actually have shoes like this. So in the dream time, some of your things are really manifesting, this is telling me. And this is telling me that some of the stuff you're dreaming of is very prophetic. So there's this psychic thing developed. You know, you wish people well, and that furthers you in the long run. That's what I'm sensing, Gemini. And you know that, you learn that, you know that this bitter energy, this talking against other people is never going to get you anywhere. It's never served you in the past, and you always are stick up for the underdog on top of it. And people see that goodness in you here, Gemini, and they want a piece of that. They think you have more to give than what you have, and you're kind of like, nope, I'm keeping this for me. I'm concentrating on me so I can have something. I feel like these people have a child with the person who has the shoes, for sure. The person is, you know, you have a child with your karmic energy. And you're seeing through the illusion of the whole nonsense of what's actually happening, and you're creating, you're seeing through the illusion, through the moon, the illusions. And I think by the next full moon, you're going to have the full justice if you want, and you're going to be able to have the pleasures I think that you've always wanted as childhood, and the relationship that you always wanted from childhood. That's pretty phenomenal energy happening here on the dream time here, Gemini. I'm definitely seeing some of you have real shoes like this. This is kind of like freaking me out a little bit, because it's showing me the true manifestation, and you're really left behind some very serious negative energies that you've combated in the last few, I would say last 12 years. You're starting to balance your chakras much more in balance. That's what I'm seeing. I feel like I'm gonna get some timing cards out for you on when this person is going to come in for you on a higher scale. The romantic angels want to talk right now, and of course the whole deck wants to fall out. So healing family issues, this is the time for you to do that, and that's what's allowing you, if you heal those family issues, those karmic family issues from the past, that's what's going to allow you to see through the illusions of the relationship that you're dealing with, and that you see that it is like an all illusion, all this nonsense talk, to not take it to heart even though it hurts your heart. You're growing past that. You're growing your emotional energy and your mental body. And the family is what you have to support you. And there may be family around you, Gemini, that I feel that pray for you. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I feel like they pray for you. There may be some very religious people in your family at this time, maybe this group that I'm talking to, so they pray for you. And I'll tell you the truth, it's not hurting you. You know, it's good. Love, and they pray for you to love yourself and to stay happy and genuine and to not have depression. I'm serious. And they pray for you to have discernment, so paying attention to the red flags. I definitely see that. I see that, okay, so when you're flirting with someone, they want you to pay attention. Your family wants you to pay attention to the red flags of how much energy you put out into that. They want you to know that you deserve unconditional love. They want you to express your love. I feel like there's unrequited love, and you're expressing that to your family correctly. With the relationship that you were in, you're recognizing things absolutely balanced. So you're pulling back the love that you had once for somebody, and you're doing it through healing family, through family support. Very soon, when you feel content with all of the people in your family, there may be one or two that you cannot really contact or work with, but I feel like for the most part that you are dealing with that. Some of this is sibling issues that you're unable to contend with. I feel like there's a missing sibling for some of you. Yeah, unfortunately, there's something going on with that. So that's pretty serious energy. I don't want to really get into this serious energy too much, but I feel like some of you are missing a sibling. And so with this, that may hurt your heart, but I feel like you move past things. You're able to express your love correctly. The correct love soulmate is coming in very soon. And you're learning and forgiving. And what you have coming in is worth waiting for. That's pretty cool energy here going on with the romance angels there. Geminis. Gems, you beautiful gems. Let's go a little further with bringing some of this energy down to earth with Mother Gaia on the dream time. And Pisces, we're going to be pulling in that energy for you, Pisceans. I'm feeling like I have some younger of you. Oh, not Pisces, I'm so sorry. Wow, some of you may have some strong Pisces in your chart, but this is for Geminis. I feel like I've been doing so many readings for everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm all mixed up in my signs here. But maybe there's a reason I said that, but I feel like to pull energy down to earth, maybe who you're dealing with is a Pisces. They're Gemini, so I'm really sensing to bring in some fire energy with this card here. You may be going on a trip into where it's warm climate. I'm also sensing, and that's very healing for you. So I feel like maybe you go with your family. Maybe the family, somebody who has some money in your family is taking you on a trip, because I'm feeling like for the most part, Geminis, not all, but who's contending with family karmic situations, Gemini, you may be suffering some financial issues, but you're actually starting to master them, and they're helping you get back on track. Maybe helping you with school, learning, helping with funding with children, and I'm seeing all sorts of help from family. And your family is there for you to help you. So ask, help from your family. It's a good time. The goddesses are really honoring you. The next card that's come out, this is showing me here, is mastering, learning. So whatever it is that you are going back to school for, sorry with the glare, I'm trying to avoid the glare here. Whatever it is that you're going back to school for, Geminis, or learning about on a spiritual avenue, this is something, there's two things I'm seeing here. One is a very spiritual based learning, and that is something you've always wanted to do, and you've made space for it, Gemini, and you're going to do it. And so that's bringing you many memories of past lives, and it feels like you know this stuff already, even though you're learning it for the first time, which is freshening your mind. It feels like natural to you, so that's what you're on the correct path. And some of you may be going into like nursing or doctrines or homeopathic medicines, that sort of thing. I'm seeing, Gemini, and the healing in the arts. And so you're remembering some more ceremonial, artistic values towards correct relationships, correct care for yourself, and building that within a relationship. It's sort of like I'm seeing in your bloodline. So you're awakening to those energies at this particular time, Gemini. That's pretty beautiful. And on a more mundane level, your everyday life, you're not going to be bored with what you're learning. You thought you'd be bored, but you're actually not bored. You're actually interested in what you're embarking on. I feel like there's been some mundane situations of where you are growing past, and you're past the drudgery of things, and now you're into the more interesting parts, the juicier parts of life. Father figure energy, King of water, Queen of air. So I'm sensing some healing with the father aspect. I'm sensing that this person was an energy of water. They had strong water energy. So be that as it may, there's many different signs that are in relation to water. They have it in their chart that is strongly influential over their parenting over you. And it seems to be like a tidal wave. It feels like, I'm going to tell you the people that I'm talking to now, the father, the issue of the father, of where you're working out karmic energy, feels like a tidal wave of emotional energy that hit you from their damage. So you have actually worked through that, and they are not rising above it, but you see the reality of what it is. They think they're educated and spiritual, but they're not, in the aspect of how damaging what they've done to you is. And you're starting to realize some of that damage there, Gemini. So that's ordering you by the gods and goddesses of this, that rule over your particular life path. I'm really sensing this strongly for you, channeling this strongly, is that this is what you must work out and recognize is not the end all most powerful thing in your life that has affected you. Your perception of what is what has affected you. So you're able to change that perception, recognize, see through the crap, and recognize through your studies, through your education. I feel like you're getting a real education here that is actually valuable to you, and you're valuing this, and so it's changing your life, and you are able to see the feminine aspect. I feel like you've had a less mothering aspect around you. There's been mothering aspect, but I feel like the mothering aspect has been blocked in many ways of the way that they know that they can nurture you. And I do feel like the energy is still blocked from the mothering energy. And so there may be issues to work through there, Gemini. Look, I keep dropping things here. Through the magic of things, and through the magic of forgiveness and understanding your placement within mother-father energy. So there is some healing to do. There's karmic healing going on with the father. Now the next step is the mother, healing the mother energy, because it's going to make you, I feel, a better parent, whether you're male or female. And so when you heal the wisdom that is coming through the mother at this time, I feel is very valuable to your feminine aspect. So those of you who are female, if you're mothers, it's really super important for you to pay attention to your mother's influence over your life, and what it is, the wisdom of what some of the words that she speaks is. And it is coming from different realms. It's not coming from, like, the words that stick with you come from her spirit and is in your DNA. It's never going to leave. And her DNA and your DNA holds great power, I'm sensing. And so the psychic ability that's awakening at this time, when Pluto's going direct this evening, is very exciting and very thrilling for you here, Gemini, because you are going to have many awakenings going on in your life. You know, wisdom. This card was sitting on the bottom of the deck, and I didn't want to shuffle it, and it just was left on the table. And I thought, this needs to be read. Wisdom is what you're gaining out of this whole situation. And with wisdom, you can achieve anything. You can master love. You can master learning. You can master spirituality and family, difficult family issues that I feel that you didn't think you could work through. Definitely working through difficult situations right now. You're no longer feeling frozen, and you're moving forward. I want to get some timing going on for you here, Geminis. Surrender to the divine. So this next coming full moon, I feel like is the most prominent time for you. Actually, I'm going to tell you of all of your existence. So Geminis, pay attention to the energy of the upcoming full moon. This is when your ancestors, you're going to feel the blood of your ancestors going through you. And you're going to understand that through ways of implementing your true power and your true spirit within your love life and every aspect of your life. I'm telling you, that's what I'm seeing here, Gemini. There's a huge shift for Geminis. Don't let your past hold you back. And when I'm reading this card, I feel like with this moon, up until the full moon coming up, which is on the 13th, I feel like a very lucky number for you Geminis. Whoever's listening to this, I feel like the 13th is a very lucky number in your life, a very significant number in your life. So pay attention to the number 13. And I feel like this is a very significant one. And so you have up until that date to present, to that date, to release things that don't serve you and let that past go for real. You can change that stagnant energy that you felt had a hold on you. You're much stronger than that, and you're recognizing that for the first time in your life, that you're much stronger than that. So the card that pops out is the Death card. And the Death card is a death, definitely, of the past. It landed on top of the cards of the other relationship of stagnicity. You're putting the fight down. The fight is over. And you, by the way, you have won the energy of the fight on top of that there. This is oh my goodness, cards are really, like, they can't stay in my hand. So this is you feeling the past, and you've turned this energy around. You've set yourself free and put the fight down of that particular energy, and you have a new energy, love, coming in. And I'm also sensing a physical move for you. So if you were considering a move, and I feel like I was sensing earlier maybe someone might move towards you in a relationship, and I feel that's correct. I feel if you're moving, you're the one moving into something, I feel like be cautious, because I feel like the masculine energy may have some dominance over you. And if you're in that, this came out inverted like this when I was shuffling. And so if you go with that, I feel like that happiness is going to be delayed, but it's going to come in. It's just going to, I feel like it's going to mean another move for you. It's a second move. If you take a hold of something that you just have this feeling it's not the correct thing, but you maybe feel that you don't have any choices. This honestly, they're jumping out of my hands. This came up inverted, choices up inverted, so you may be forced to live with someone that you don't particularly want to. Oh my gosh, Gemini. Like, I can't stop this jumping card thing. I'm like shuffling them over a table, and they're all flying all over the room. The Star card pops out for you, Gemini. So that means all of your wishes coming true. And a couple of people have gotten this with this Pluto direct energy. So that's pretty phenomenal. This is a time for you to really change what is happening for you in your life. And you're balancing out that extremism that I feel that you have been going through in your life at this time. And I would say maybe for some of you 30 years. Yep. King of Pentacles. So you do have the wish coming true for you of the relationship, of a secure relationship. If you are the masculine energy, you're secure in your energy, and you're ready to offer that to a feminine energy or a counterpart. And if you're the feminine energy, you're ready to receive. You're ready to receive. Your wish is to have this, and you're creating this at this particular time. You must make decision to pull away from the negative energy and watch where you're moving to. I feel like have options here. Look and have options. Open your mouth and speak. And then the bottom of the deck, we have that also here on top of the wish card. We have the sun. So you're going to make the right decision. Don't fear. Put those fancy shoes on of yours. Those kick-ass boots on, see through the veils of things, and you can maneuver the energy where you're not using people and you're also improving yourself. I feel there's an energy around you, Gemini, of people feeling guilty about not doing things for you enough, parental especially, and they wish they could do more and help you with school, that sort of thing. But I feel like this is maybe a fight that you have to go through in order to really appreciate the energy that's coming in for you to the full potential of your life purpose, is what I'm sort of sensing here. This is the pivotal point for you, Gemini, and that's pretty amazing. And what's coming in is really fantastic. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope that was helpful for you to understand some of your dreams and some of the angelic energies that are working with you on the astral plane and in your life at this particular time. Don't forget to take fancy shoes out. I like those fancy shoes. And you rock them. And allow some of those good things and understand that your time of accepting the good in your life is here. The Wheel of Fortune is on your side, and you have a ton of help. You have a ton of help. Things are coming for you. Pay attention to those moon cycles that we spoke about as well, and they will benefit you as well. Okay, thank you for joining me, and we'll be moving on to the next sign. And then at the end, in this evening at 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing a collective read for all of the astrological signs. And we'll be doing that at 8 p.m. tonight. And so if you need information, if you check in the description box below, if you know your birth time, you guys fill out that information and get your natal charts and see where your sun and your moon and your Venus placement is. Also, you can look at your Jupiter placements. These are energies of forward moving energies and what's going to be affecting you at this particular time to the greatest degrees in your life, with the Pluto alignment coming in, going direct this evening. Okay, so we're gonna work a little bit together just before that alignment comes in at 8 p.m. We'll work an hour before it comes in, a little bit later this evening, and so we'll be prepared for all that energy coming in. So thank you very much for joining me, and looking forward to seeing you again. We'll be doing this on Wednesday evenings collectively from now on, and on Sundays I'll be doing also another avenue. Please don't forget to like the videos if you liked it, and share them if you know somebody who would be interested. And also join me on Moonlight Divine on YouTube and subscribe, because all the new videos, that some of them that I don't get placed here, are up there, and vice versa. So we'll talk to you later, Gemini. And if I've called you different signs, it's probably because honestly I feel the energy of either that's what you're dealing with, or it's in your placement to a great degree, so you can look at those in your placements and see where you are if you know astrology. Okay, so we'll talk to you later, and enjoy your afternoon. Bye for now.